Whoa. What is going on?
All right, welcome to MC Reaction. How did you get started DJing and what made you take it seriously?
Well, I started DJing at the early age, around about 14, 15. I mean, it just came out random, but I was around a lot of music at the time, well, all the time. And it kind of grew into me, you know what I mean? And then once you start hearing like the mixtapes, and I started hearing the DJ Clue mixtapes and the DJ Juice and Kid Capri's and DJ Jazzy Jeff, DJ Casper, DJ Tomahawk. Started hearing them type of mixtapes. It kind of intrigued me. How they doing this? How they doing this? X, Y, and Z. I had the music. I had an uncle that was on the radio, so he had access to plenty records. So
Mm-hmm.
I had access to a lot of records and stuff like that. So it was always one of them situations where, like, I started messing with it and stuff like that. So for Christmas, I think the year, I'm not gonna say what year, but I was 14 going into about 15 that year. That Christmas, I asked my dad for a mixer because in his store that he was working at was called Helic Myers. It was a furniture store. They sold all electronics and everything too. And he had a little book where you could order stuff from.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that book. And when I saw that book and they had that mixer, and I asked for it, I said, "Pops, can I get that mixer?" I ain't think nothing about it. Christmas came up.
Mm-hmm.
He opened up the box, and that's what it was. The mixer. So once he got that mixer, I had to come together and find turntables and all the little outside stuff like that. So it became like one of those moments where I was playing instantly. So I got a lot of friends in high school. And see, in Petersburg, it's a small city, so you can imagine like one of your friends says, "Man, I'm DJing, man." You playing a couple of songs for them, and you show them your equipment and stuff like that. Man, I ain't gonna even lie to you. Probably 2 weeks after I had the equipment, man, one of my homegirls from school, man, asked me to do her birthday party. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, for real, like, yo, for real. Come on, but we'll go into that one on the next question.
Okay, okay. How did you get booked for clubs, parties?
Well, like I said, like this coming off the last interview, well, not the last interview, but the last question,
Mm-hmm.
and what I was just saying in the last statement, I had the equipment maybe 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and my friend, just because I have a big group of friends, man, they got with each other. Hey, man, a homegirl, Shikagoo, that was her name. Shikagoo wanted me to do her birthday party, like. And then for real, I didn't know what I was doing skillful wise. I had a couple of records. I didn't even have a big record pile at the time. So you can imagine like a person going to the club with like what 40 or 50 records. So it was kind of funny. But it won't one of those situations where I was left alone. See, I was connected. Like I said, my uncle, he was like a radio DJ, and he put me on to someone that could help me, and his name was DJ Tomahawk, my mentor. And
Mm-hmm.
Tomahawk set up for me, but for this particular event, Tomahawk couldn't make it, so he sent one of his homeboys, this guy named Ampro. And Ampro ran a record shop across the street. Well, this is later. Damn, this is later, yo. I'm like fast forward and rewinding at the same time. Like this story is so ill. It got so many layers. But anyway, he sent this guy named Ampro in there, right? And Ampro brought all the records and stuff like that. Cause you can see I ain't know what I was doing. I'm 15. Think about it. I'm 15 in a hotel doing a party. 15, y'all, like a kids party, and it's packed. I'm talking packed, right? And like like your friends don't know like did somebody handing you the records. Emperor was handing me records, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. And Tomahawk had all the records at that time, so he was like showing at that first moment, yo. He was showing me records, and I was overwhelmed. I remember just looking at what the hell is this to play, and he's just handing me stuff to play, and I'm not even knowing what I'm about to play. So like one of the epic moments, and I remember it like it was yesterday, and I remember the guy's name and everything who said it to me. That's how. deep it was at that time, right? It was a song by Akinelli called "Put It in Your Mouth." Well, you know that song. That song right there, I was the first one that played it, right? Because Summer had just got it. It was on the White Lady. They just got it. So like it probably ain't been played yet because he probably ain't had a gig where he could play it at. So that one particular gig in the high school for me, and I'm 15, I played the song and everybody going crazy. I'm talking about crazy. Cause I've been already playing all the songs he's telling me to play, like a good DJ telling me to play. So I was already playing good music anyway. So play that song. I remember the next day we go to school, right? One of my basketball friends, right? Not basketball friend, but he was on the basketball team with me at the time, right? We was on the high school basketball team. His name was Brian Banks. He was 6'10". Brian Banks, cool guy, real smart, right? I remember him walking up, said, "Man, Amp, man, you play that Akinelli, man. I've been goddamn thinking about that song all week, man. Like, God, man, you the man." And I just remember that moment right there, and it just kind of like that feeling right there that by him telling me that right there, lit that fire. It lit that fire.
Okay. How did you build a DJ brand and stand out in a crowd scene?
Well, as far as building, right, during that time, like when you're young, you don't know what you're doing, right? You really don't know what you're doing, right? You just getting the love of the music, right? And I'm still young. You gotta think about it. I'm young at this time. I'm 16, 17. I'm not really having gigs, but I'm collecting my music. I'm just learning how to DJ at this time, right? Not getting no gigs. She could go that first party was my first party. It was just, trial run almost, right? And then we ain't think nothing about it for like probably the rest of that going into the summer, whatever, right? But at that time, they had a club downtown in Petersburg called Spotlight. And they had this guy named DJ Herb Lover. That's my homeboy. DJ Herb Lover was DJing in there, right? And it was college kids and stuff like that. I'm still young, man. I'm coming in there. I'm listening to him, and they playing that that bounce music, and I mean, follow me, all this type of stuff like that, man. So I was taking a liking into all this stuff, and like I'm listening to him. So at times, he usually let me get on, like if he wanted to go outside and mess with some girls or do whatever he was doing, like I get on. And I remember bombing, just playing the same 4 or 5 songs and stuff like that. I mean, I ain't, like I'm the type of dude like you could boo me or do anything. Stuff like that don't bother me at all. Like I had thick skin. Like it'll like I think about it, but it ain't one of them type of what's name right. I'm gonna like fold like go in there and nah. I ain't that type of dude. So like it ain't do nothing but mold me and make me better. Like said like all right, I got to figure this out and stuff like that. And out that situation, I kind of grew that name because I talk different. I'm a little country anyway, but my DJ voice yeah, man, that high pitch, it just sound like all the New York DJs that I would listen to on the mixtapes and stuff like that. So it kind of like made me stand out. Like some people didn't like it. Some people was like, I talk too much. But Tomahawk, like because I was with him all the time, he's always defend me like, no man, that man know what he doing. What you would see, watch. Why he just used to always that's like he saw something in me, like he different, like he saw something, and some people just see something in you, right? And you don't need but one person to see something different in you. And like me, I had friends from the whole city, so it's like I could really not control. I'm not gonna never use the word. I'm not gonna use the word control, but I could like have my influence all through the city. It won't just I was an influence to this group of people or this group of people. Nah, because I grew up over here and then I moved over here and then I moved over here. I became friends, like, I ain't never getting no shady stuff and won't never in the streets, no crazy stuff. I became friends with so many different layers of people in the city that, like, yo, if I said I'm DJing, I'm gonna set up right here, people coming. People coming because like yo, that's my boy. I'm coming to see, and there ain't gonna be no violence or nothing like that. And then like we had a culture where everybody kind of knew each. It just started being cool with each other, and it just became just like cool. Everybody just wanted to look good, and it won't never about no violence or no fighting or none of it. It just became cool. So I stood out in that because it was like I was some kind of like piece of glue that brung people together, and I didn't stand out too much. You know, like how you can blend in, but don't overwhelm other people on shine. Like I was the type of person I could blend in without overwhelming other people's shine, and that was like how I stood out and my DJ brand built because I can link in with a group and we could shine, and I could still shine in that group, and then from there my brand is created.
Okay.
Whoa. What is going on?
All right. Would you say DJing more about skill or clout now?
Well, your I would say it's about clout right now. It's heavy clout right now. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that because the evolution of it changed, but you need skill in order to get clout. So it's like a double sided question because like if you in that gig right, and you like getting it in and you sound good, hey, trust me, that's gonna build your emotion. People gonna say, "Who was that DJ?" Or, "Oh, that was XYZ." Like, "Oh, okay, okay." And then if they got that right media presence with the right gigs, that's what. Remember, I said that if you got that media presence with the right gigs, all that combines itself because they're seeing your name media wise, right? And then you on the right gig where everybody's at. Trust me, it's gonna be like a pop just like that. And that's how the city works where I'm at in a way. Like I'm in the DMV area. That's how I work. Like, but DC is a little bit more different. So I would say for the DMV area, it's more about clout. It's more about I when you're not DJing, are you coming to my party just to hang out? You know what I mean? It's that type of culture. Like you just got to go hang with everybody, and then you can DJ their parties in. That's how that works in this area, and it might not be like that in other areas. Because me personally, if I go to a club, I want to see the DJ getting it in. I'm a DJ, so when I go, I want to see the DJ going in. I'm just gonna be honest with you, hey, cuz get that music on. So that's how I go.
Okay. Do you play what the crowd wants or what they love?
Well, I grew up around music, so the hits don't change. One thing about music, the hits don't change. You play the hits, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be what they love. Just stick to that. I mean, it's a lot of beatless songs, that you listen to if you listen to a whole catalog of a person, right? Let's say, for instance, I listen to a whole Future album, right? And my favorite song might be XYZ, right? That don't mean XYZ is going to work in the club because it may work. Now that's your selection. I mean, certain times it may work, but you don't play those type of songs because it's not a hit. It, you play the hits, man, when you're a DJ. Stick to what they want. They want to hear the songs they familiar with. And you create hits. The songs they haven't heard. But it has to be new. Don't play a song they haven't heard from an album from 96 and it's 2025. Like, no, I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in no remixes from the 90s and 2000. Me, I'm a current type person. I stay current. I was taught in the current market. Like when I said that is like I was around DJs that bought new records. They didn't go to places to buy old records to play in the club. Yeah, we already had the old records to DJ in the club. So, right, you go to the club, the white label records we used to get from back in the days on P Street or New York. They know DJs know what I'm talking about. Yo, it was new music on there. It won't a throwback song on there. No, it's new music. So like the struggle with today's music, they don't play the new music. So like you got to show them what they want to love. You got to be innovative, and you got to play the hits, basically.
Okay. What's the most disrespectful thing a promoter has ever done to you?
I don't really think
Think
man, I
about
love
it.
music. I'm gonna just say that. I love music. So it comes down with music, but also like as an entrepreneur, you deal with the struggle that comes with it too. When you're DJing, you want your money. You just want your money. So like you all in every situation as a DJ, you're gonna run into that situation where you're looking over your shoulder, like making sure this dude is gonna pay me and stuff like that. We all been in that situation. So I don't really look at that as a disrespectful. It's like a you in the business sometimes with shady people, or not really shady people, or people that kind of like bend corners or trying to make. I mean, a lot of times people go in there and they don't make money, and they're paying you out their pocket. So it feels disrespectful like that. You know, you got to go through X, Y, and Z like that. But I can tell you a story about probably the most weirdest story that I have, like far as dealing with disrespect, not disrespectful, but a promoter that didn't have money. I had to go to the ATM with him, and I traveled right behind him because it was one of them situations I needed my money. So, yeah, man, you know. But when you a person and you carry yourself the right way, you don't get disrespect. People know who goofy. People know who thorough. People know who carry their business the right way, and you get treated that way. Like I'm not gonna have those type of problems because I'm a respectful person, and like I grow with people. You know what I mean? So I'm not a one hit bandit. I grow with people.
Have you ever cleared a dance floor by mistake?
Yeah, hell yeah. It happens. It happens a lot. It happens a lot. I can tell you the most recent. I got stories. I mean, not bad stories, but it happens, y'all, because technology, one, it could be the situation. Number two, it could be the song ends. Yo, the song about to end, bro. I gotta switch it, right? And then I've been in a situation where drunk and switch the song too fast. Of course that happens. That happens, especially when everybody at that peak and is jumping. You can't wait to play that next song. Play that next song too fast and like, oh, what you doing, man? Come on, cuz. Come on, cuz. Hey, man. Hey, cuz, my bad, cuz. You know, what I mean, get back to it. I'm one of them type of people. It happens, so. But overall, yeah, it happens, y'all. You know what I mean? Ain't no, hey, it happens, y'all. Unless you're a celebrity DJ and like you're just a celebrity and they're just there really for your vibe, it's hard. You ain't clearing the floor like that. But if you're a DJ like me, they're coming in there for that energy that I bring. So like, yo, damn, man, that was too fast, cuz I'm gonna give me a drink. Okay, man. And then sometimes I push the people to the bar. You know, like, hey man, we all work together. You want the bar to make money. You want everybody to make money. You know, people enjoy that type of stuff. The club owners, promoters, everybody eat, man. You know what I mean? And that's ways you do it. That's ways how you eat.
Okay. Is it better to be a resident DJ or a traveling DJ?
Well, I done both. I done both heavy, right?
Let's talk
I
about
can
it.
honestly tell you when I'm traveling, you get your money. That's it. It's just that you get your money when you're traveling. You know what I mean? But you spend your money when you're traveling because, well, in my situation, I'm traveling to new areas that I have never visited and stuff like that. So I'm like sightseeing and stuff like that. So I'm spending money, same thing, at the same time. I mean, like prime example, I just went to Minnesota, had a gig out there, and you know Minnesota has the Prince museum, and then they had the Mall of America. So of course, going out there, you traveling, I'm spending. You know what I mean? I mean, you living. You know what I mean? You seeing different stuff. You on the planes. You going every places. So it got its pros and cons, but you get your money. It got its pro. That's the pro to it. You know, they got to pay for your your amenities. You know, like your hotel, your car, and to eat and stuff like that. So and like you said, you get to sightsee if you got time and stuff like that. And I had time to be able to visit a lot of states and stuff like that. So I'm blessed to say, like, as a traveler, I enjoyed it. But to have your own residence, right, is top level because you set the culture, right? They wait for you. What are you gonna do next, right? That's the places I can be creative. Like I had this place called Vibes on H Street, Roses Deja Vu, right? And I literally live a mile away from it, literally, right? Go there. I used to work on Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, something right like that, whatever, the big nights. And I was known because them first 2 hours, maybe the first hour, I was playing new music. That new music set in the beginning, like, was the like my warm up set was like legendary. So people used to get there early, whether they're gonna stay there for the end of the night, for the whole night, or they'll come there first, or they'll come there last, right? So if you're a great DJ, that's the type of blend you want. You get your resident, you got people that's gonna be there the whole night. You got people that's gonna come there early. You got people that's gonna come there late. And right then and there, they're coming there for your culture. They're coming there because they can get your drinks and they're going to hear that good music. The music, for me, as a resident DJ, is the most important skill to have because your playlist can't be the same every week because you would kill your club. I had a residence for 12 years. 12 years. Just imagine how long that. Listen to that. Listen to how insane that said. I had a residence for 12 years. It lasted for 12 years. Only thing that could slow it down was COVID. I mean, but and since COVID came, I mean, since then, without it in the city, it's like the vibe has came down. So like, man, it's better to have a residence, man, because this is you in full creation mode. You get to create, and you have a crowd to create for.
Okay. Has social media helped or ruined DJ culture?
Social media has actually, to me personally, it's 50-50. No, actually, I'm gonna say it's 60-40, right? And I'm gonna say it's 60% it ruined it, and 40% it helped. And I'm gonna start with the 60% of why it ruined it, right? Because some people are tech savvy. Some people just got it when it comes to their presence, far as online personality, far as being able to style, dress, and being able to pose in pictures and stuff like that. Like, a lot of social media is built on that imagery, right? So with that type of imagery, you can create who you think you are or who you are pretending to be, right? So with that imagery, you could take this lavish look or however you dress, your stylish or whatever, or the poses, and you can take in graphic design. You could take and make your brand look bigger than what it is. You're making mediocre DJs like popular people, like, and they're playing mediocre stuff, and it's kind of like you're okay with it because he's popular. So that's that. Yeah, bro. Like, I go to parties where, like, you're listening to, I'm listening to the music, and I'm like, they're like, yeah. I'm like, bro, what are we doing here? Like, and I'm 100 when it comes to music and what I like. Like, I know good music. I come from good music. I play good music, and I know good. I'm just gonna always vibe off of what it is. I ain't with everything that's being played, regardless. Like, if you can hype a person up on social media. I ain't with it. So to me, that's why I give that 60%. It hurt. Now I'm gonna tell you why it helped, right? Because the person that you don't get to hear much from, you can go to this page and find out where he at. Like, if you don't see me at the popular parties like you used to or something, like, but you can still go on my page and like, oh, he's in this place though. We can go catch him right here. Then you go catch that, you get that vibe like, damn, that's what I was missing. Like, yo, you don't know how much that goes on now in my lifestyle, right? it's like I'm doing these little proxy parties over here. I might not get the big event at this moment, and but it's not the same hoorah and the same social media buzz like that. You go to this party over here and you just had that very very good time. That vibe was perfect, and you go to social media, you see the funness behind those little images. So that's how it help and and that's how it help and it ruins. Period. It helps because you get to know where your people at. You who you really want to see is at. It ruined it because you're getting mediocre people that's using social media to become these people that they are. Like a lot of people learn how to DJ, and people, if they got 1,000, like 10,000 fans already, subscribers already, or whatever they got, they instantly like, oh, they DJing. Oh, we gonna go in to see them DJing, and they person don't know what they doing. People are gonna vibe with them regardless, because say for instance, a pretty girl, she got the clothes on, the bikini, she DJing and stuff like that. That's you a new fan of her. She garbage though playing the music. You don't give a care because you're looking at the person. So that's how that ruined it. But it ain't no hate over this side. We just, hey man, we gave you authentic. DJ MC authentic.
Okay.
Whoa. What is going on?
How do you get the big parties?
Well, relationships, and then it comes down to your presence around the relationships, right? And because in every world, right, marketing is everything, right? If you're marketing yourself, if you get you, the first thing you have to do is grab that marketing, and then they have to see you at some kind of event where you are cranking. Then people come to you like, man, that man was cranking. I'm gonna try him one time. You know what I mean? Once you get that one gig, then it's like you create that comfort with certain promoters. But then, but right now with social media, like, it's easy for people to get momentum. And what I mean by that is like, you go to parties, take pictures with certain XYZ people, like, yo, you get that momentum. That's what's called momentum. It ain't even got nothing to do with DJing. So it's like, yo, it's like you have to be a marketing guy in order to get those type of big gigs, But it ain't about your skill, ain't about none of that like it used to be. Like a lot of times, like, and to be honest with you, I can honestly say this, y'all. In the last 15, 20 years in this DC area, right? No, I said 10 years. Let's say 10 years, right? In the DC area, what made me and my team, or whoever on my team, strong is the marketing presence. You to believe or honest, I mean, we was just taking pictures with each other. It was just marketing presence, you know what I mean? So, like, it's like we look fine. You got a group of guys, we look fine, you know what I mean? So, like, of course, when they throw big events, they want to have the people that's DJing, they look these fun guys, you know what I mean? So I got a lot of events because I'm fun. I got a vibe, so, like, you look fun, you're a fun guy, you know what I mean? And, like, you at the events and people have fun with you and enjoy your presence, you get events like that. Like, like me personally, I might don't get as many big gigs as I used to. Now, I'm going to say used to because it was one time I had a monopoly over this game. We all know that. Pause. Not everybody know that. But anyway, we have the monopoly over, like, we got pretty much, we doing every gig. If it's not me, it's somebody on my team. Or I'm on or when I say, I'm not going to say my team, or somebody on our team. Like, so we had that type of power. We do big events, and we can create with people. Like, but that became from the marketing presence. Like, yo, bro, like, we cool, we fun, we interesting. You know what I mean? Like, hey, that's it. Cool, fun, interesting. Like, that don't have nothing to do with your DJ skills. Like, so, like, it's DJs right now, they mid, but you get to go in there and get your job done. and you can survive. You can keep getting gigs. Your price right, and you mid. You can win in this industry nowadays. People like me is not gonna be like highly rewarded and stuff like that because my resume says XYZ. So that's already when you call me, it's already an expectation there. Like I know, man, I don't want to pay. He ain't really like that. He like that, but he ain't like that. So like, he not flinching off that money though. Is he gonna do a good job? Yeah, he gonna do his thing though, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like for real, they might not even notice I'm in the building the way this nigga rock out. That's what you get from certain people, and it overwhelms some people.
Okay.
Like some people don't want you to like be bigger than them, like in certain areas. Like, stick to the program. You a DJ. Me, I'm a personality. I'm DJ MC the brand. It's a brand. It's bigger than that. I got monikers. Like when I'm probably one of the rare DJs in the DMV. Like, certain people gonna walk up to me and say, "Shake that ass, mama," because that's what I said. So mean, so vicious. That's what I said. I have monikers. I'm known for something. I got something in my like you can say this DJ. What they known for? What's the brand? MC is a brand. You know what I mean? I'm giving you different layers of this. Mm-hmm. So like, it's the personality, it's the vibe. So if I'm gonna get a big gig or a smaller gig, it's still gonna have that same type of vibe, and it all comes back. It's a full circle. It's seasons. I always tell my old lady that, it's seasons, baby. Like, why you ain't getting that? You ain't getting as many gigs, baby. It's seasons. Like, watch how it circle. Watch how the circle, because it don't take nothing but a couple of steps, and you back where you if you want to be in that circle. You know what I mean? So that's how it is in my world.
Is posting DJ mixes still worth it?
Well, it's worth it because it's kind of like people go to people love to go to a song list where they know every song. You can work out to a mixtape where you know every song. Like no matter the same pattern, you come back the same. You know the same mix. You show your friends. That's what we grew up on. We grew up on mixtapes, y'all. We grew up on the radio. Radio is repetitive. It's the same songs every day, all day. Repetitive. It's the same thing, mixes. So what happens is we got the streaming services where you are virtually creating your own playlist. As a DJ, how we get past it, you got a playlist, but I'm mixing it. I'm scratching it. So that's the one thing that DJs can't get away from. Like, do not take away the skill from this when you do post a mix. Don't not post a mix where you just playing songs back to back. It's not mixed. It's not anything. Like you take away, like, no, don't sell your hard drive. Sell your mixes. Like, if they want, man, I want a whole reggae on hard drive. Like, I got friends that ask me for thumb drives for music, and I give it to them. I ain't gonna lie to you, because it's about money. But like, I'd rather give them mixes, and I do like a mixtape or a thumb drive of mixes. You know what I mean? I put a couple online. I don't put a lot online because you don't have to create that type of. Some people can do that, but people that expect that. In a club, you post a lot of mixes, right? And you show this type of vibe, mixtape vibe, right? And they'll hire you to DJ, and they're expecting to hear that mixtape vibe, and you're trying to play in country, and you're trying to play in club vibe as a DJ, and it just like they'll look at you like you whack. You playing club music to make them dance, but they're expecting the mixtape music. So you do a little bit of it. You don't go away from it. Just do a little bit of, just to know this is your footprint. Use it for your resume.
Mm-hmm. What advice sounds good online but doesn't work in real life?
Charge you what you think you worth. You get taxed out the game real quick if you think you go in the game and charging people what you think you're worth. This is not art. This is not art. You got to call it what it is. In certain markets, the prices is around this range, right? And I'm not gonna get into that. But like it's in the DMV, I'm gonna just say in the DMV, you would think the cream of the crop is the radio DJs, right? In certain situations, it is right because of the names, right? But in a certain situation, you got certain DJs that you got to pay this man the money because his resume, and then you got DJs that's mid tier. Not I'm not gonna say mid tier because I don't want to put nobody in the levels, but we got DJs that's really like hustle DJs is really trying to get their brand out there, so they're working. They get a lot of DJs that you can add, it adds up because they're getting a lot of the money. You know what I mean? So like, it's what layer you in. Like I said, you got your radio DJing, you got your mid tier DJs, hustlers. That's really just hey, the more I'm caking because I'm getting more, and then you got DJs where I think I am in my life where like yeah, you hollering at me about the bag and about the top tier of your party, the level you want your party. You want your party that high level. You call it amp C. You know what I mean? Might cost a little this and that, but it ain't nothing to break my pockets. But I gotta take care of this dude. And certain people are respected. You ain't gonna get this DJ that amount of money. You're not just call it what it is. You're not giving this DJ this amount of money because you know his resume. It's that mid tier resume. But see what a DJ like me, and I'm gonna just use me as an example, and because I got to go off of my resume, I fit in all that whole three spectrum. I can roll with the radio DJs because I travel and I done did all the major events. So I can roll along in their price range, right? For certain groups. I can also roll in the hustle group because I come from the hustle group. I just now, because I can throw my own events or I can link up with this person or this person. This where's my network a little bit greater. Now I'm belonging in this era because I'm still at that level, that hustle level, but my level of music and expertise is on the radio level. So I'm at a good level right now.
So it is levels.
No, it's definitely levels. Levels to this. No, seriously. And I mean, my
That's
friends,
one of your sayings.
And believe it or not, it's not gonna never be like maybe if something like it's never gonna be like a popular opinion, and you're not gonna hear people what's name. You're gonna be people because we black people, but my resume speaks for itself. So it's just I didn't DJ people kids parties, their mothers parties, grew up with them. It's like when it was it's like the resume speaks for itself for this area, DMV area. My resume speaks for itself, so that's why I said it's stuff like far as levels, stuff like that. That's what I mean by that. It's nothing arrogant. It's just about I'm confident with my resume and how I explain the levels go.
One DJ skill that matters more than anything else.
Talking on the mic is the most important skill you can ever have as a DJ. I say that because you can narrate your music. Period. Right? You can let people know what's coming. You let people know, prepare what's coming. And like you said, we about to go to that reggae. We got to, you see what I'm saying? You got to narrate your music. And that's what made Amp C, right? It won't never about my skill level. Far as I'm not a great scratcher. I'm a mediocre. I'm great mixer. I'm playing, but I'm not a great scratcher. I'm mediocre scratching. I'm great up here. Far as music selection and timing of it. So that's one of the skills you really want to have, your timing that goes along with how you narrate everything. Because if you're watching a movie, right? You watching a movie, let's say if you watch Castaway, right? What we was I was just about to watch it, right, when he got dropped off at the island, right? If the movie started where he was just on the island playing with the ball and all this stuff, and you didn't know what happened before that, before he got to the island, if they didn't narrate what happened to make him get on this island, why he's doing X, Y, and Z, it wouldn't be a great movie. But what made it a great movie because you saw everything that was happening before he got to the island. So once the narration cooked up what was going on, and then you see what's going on, you just watching what's going on the island. So that's what I do. I narrate what's about to happen. So mean, it's about to be so mean, so vicious. Then I drop that song, and that one song had you cranking. I got you in that flow of it. Shake that ass, mama. I'm telling you what to do. I'm narrating what to do for this type of vibe. So that's the best advice I can give you. Talk your talk and play that song. Have your songs ready, yo. Have the right songs. Like, just have the right songs ready, yo. The skill is not what it used to be. But you got to be a great mixer. But the best advice I can give you that matter more than anything is your mouth game, your narration. Music narration is it.
What would you tell your younger DJ self right now?
Oh man, what I would tell my younger self right now is I should have took the stuff that I did learn in further locations. If I wish I could sit in like further locations, like different locations, like every mega music market. Because when I moved to DC, I felt like I brought my vibe to DC. I should have been able to, at a young age, to take it to DC, go to Baltimore, go to New York, travel to Atlanta. I should have been known in different areas more so just in my DMV area, in a select group in that DMV area. You know what I mean? I sheltered because like I was, you know, as a, when you in that hustler mind state of DJing, like yo, you hustling to get the money right in front of you. You ain't thinking about the money outside of you. So you just miss out on opportunities that like right now that I could take right now. Like I can just go to like Atlanta and like link up with a good network of people and you know, just might say, hey man, what's going on with X, Y, and Z. But you know, it has to be where you was thinking like, or where your career. Because right now I don't have nothing. I can honestly, I really said this, y'all, and I really mean this. I don't, as a DJ, I don't got nothing else that I need to accomplish as a DJ. I'd accomplished every goal that I needed as a DJ. So like, the only thing I didn't accomplish is being a celebrity. And yo, for real, the lifestyle that I live, I felt like I was. I just didn't know it. I just didn't know I want a celebrity. I didn't know it. And I didn't know how to become a celebrity like the ways I know right now. Like, yo, you supposed to have been in Texas. You supposed to hit Texas for a month, get everybody familiar with you in there. Hit Atlanta for a month to get people familiar. Use your network. I know people from all over the Western. Just like how I ended up in DMV was because of my network. I ended up in DC because of my network. So I should have did that all over the country. So that's the only thing I would tell my young self. Like right now, like I want it, right, and I know how to get it. So like I'm at that patient mark right now. Like, all right, time to be patient and just walk it down. So like that's the only thing I would tell my younger self. Like man, just keep traveling, take that money, cousin. You got some extra money? Go to Atlanta for a week, man. Fuck going to Virginia Beach. Go to Atlanta, bro. Going to Miami. But you going to Miami, you ain't putting no mixtapes out and letting people know who you ain't leaving a footprint. So that's what I should have did, man. I should have left a better footprint. Even in the places that I DJ'd in the DMV, I should have left a better footprint. Even in Petersburg, where I'm from, I should have left a better footprint. I feel like I'm still known. I'm still comfortable with who I am and how I move. But I should have left a better footprint. That's all I could say about that. I should have, if anything, I could have changed about my career. I should have left a better footprint.
Whoa. What is going on?